There are times in our lives when everything seems perfect. We are loved by family and friends. We have more than enough to enjoy life. And we even have some extra for a few comforts and luxuries. Things are looking up. We are not bothered by major concerns. Life is good. And then something happens and throws our peaceful lives in disarray. Most often than not, these are things that bring us so much pain and sorrow. We have a family friend who is deeply disturbed by a serious illness suffered by a loved one. The matriarch of the family is going through so much pain. And everyone in the family had to suspend their normal lives to attend to her. Alam mo, when someone in the family is in so much pain, it's as if the pain is felt by everyone in the family who cares about that person. Kaya totoo yung sinasabi na ang sakit ng kalingkingan ay sakit ng buong katawan. Kapag may sakit ang isang mahal natin sa buhay, naku, talagang apektado tayong lahat. Sometimes we ask ourselves, why would a good God allow pain and suffering, even to some of the nicest people in the world? If we will just rely on human reasoning, it doesn't make sense. We want a God who will always give us what we want. We do not want Him to teach us hard lessons. We are perfectly fine living a stress-free, problem-free, pain-free life. But if we want to be like Jesus, then a different kind of logic applies. If we want to acquire a character much like Jesus, God requires that we sometimes go through the kind of suffering that Jesus went through. Medyo mahirap intindihin. Pero minsan, pinadadaan tayo sa mga bagay na masakit. Kailangan dumaan sa disiplina dahil may tinuturo ang Diyos sa pamamagitan nito. And the result of this kind of painful discipline is that we become conformed to the image of God. There is someone in the Bible who went through so much pain and suffering, and yet this is his declaration in the midst of pain. In the book of Job, we find Job saying, "Behold, blessed is the one whom God reproves. Therefore, despise not the discipline of the Almighty, for He wounds, but He binds up. He shatters, but His hands heal. He will deliver you from 6 troubles. In 7, no evil shall touch you." The book of Job tells us that life is not always easy. God never promised that we will be free of pain. In fact, God ordained that we will go through pain and sorrow. He practically guaranteed that for as long as we live in the sin-stained world, we will experience pain. But God promised that He will be there in the midst of our pain. And God promised that when we put our trust in Him, we will experience joy even in the midst of pain. The wounds of Jesus are deeper than any pain we will ever experience. And the wounds we experience are never too deep that Jesus will not be able to heal. He will heal those wounds. But we will bear the scars because He wants us to learn our deepest lessons from those scars. And He wants us to experience the deepest expression of His grace through those wounds that He will personally heal. You can count on it. As we learn the deep lessons of how to become more like our Lord Jesus, as we go through suffering and pain, let us keep in mind, faith matters too.